A billionaire wakes up every morning in a tiny room, no mansion, no guards, no gold cars. He could buy a private island today, but he chooses poverty by choice. This is not a movie. This is a real story from the world of finance. While young people in the US, UK, South Asia, and Middle East chase luxury, this man walked away from it all. People see rich men show cars, watches, and jets, but this billionaire did the opposite. And almost nobody talks about why. Here's the shocking part. His simple life made him even more powerful. Today, you will discover three things. First, how a billionaire lives with almost nothing. Second, the secret system that protects his wealth. Third, and the truth behind it will shock you, because this story matters right now. Because young people feel trapped. Prices are high. Jobs feel unstable. Social media shows fake success every day. Many people think money will fix everything. This billionaire learned the opposite lesson early. According to multiple reports and biographies, he built wealth through long-term investing. Slow moves. Smart patience. No gambling. No flashy startups. He invested in businesses that made daily products. Food. Clothing. Basic services. Things people always need. He lived in Asia for most of his life, but his money spread globally. US markets. UK companies. Emerging economies. People around him got rich fast. They bought big houses. Luxury cars. Private staff. He did not. Sources
to our
suggest
success.
he lived in a single small room.
Cheers, darling.
Basic furniture. Simple food. No assistance. No fame. This confused everyone. Why would someone worth billions live like this? Here is the first surprise. He believed luxury was dangerous. Not morally. Strategically. Luxury made people visible. Visibility brought risk. Risk brought loss of control. That belief shaped everything he did next. But here is where things get really interesting. The first big reveal is simple. His lifestyle was a shield. Most billionaires spend money to feel powerful. He avoided spending to stay invisible. Think about it. A mansion needs staff. Staff talk. Luxury cars need drivers. Drivers watch. Big homes create paper trails. Bills. Security. Attention. He wanted none of that, so he designed a life with almost no footprint. One room, one bed. One table. He walked to nearby places. He ate simple food. People thought he was poor. That was the point. While others competed in public, he operated quietly. Here is a number that shocks people. His yearly personal spending was reportedly less than many middle-class families, but his companies moved billions. This gave him three advantages. First,
We need to leverage this
he did not
opportunity
need
for
to earn more
expansion
to
in the
maintain
Asian
lifestyle.
markets.
Second,
That's a strong point,
patience.
but we must
He
consider
could
the
wait
regulatory
years for
hurdles.
returns. Third, mental clarity. No distractions. Imagine waking up without noise. No meetings. No attention. Just thinking. That thinking built systems. He focused on ownership, not income. Assets, not applause. For young viewers today, this hits hard because the world pushes speed. He chose slowness, but if you think that's crazy, wait until you hear this. The second revelation is deeper. His simple life protected his power. Sources suggest he structured his wealth across multiple layers. Holding companies. Trusts. Long-term partnerships. Nothing flashy. Everything boring. Boring is safe. Public billionaires face pressure. Media. Politics. Public opinion. He avoided all three. While famous CEOs tweeted, he stayed silent. This allowed him to influence markets quietly. Not by control. But by position. He owned parts of systems people depended on. Supply chains. Distribution networks. Small ownership. Massive reach. Experts often say real power hides in boring industries. And he lived that truth. Here is the contrast. Public rich people chase headlines. Private rich people chase leverage. He chose leverage. His lifestyle matched his strategy. Invisible life. Invisible power. No scandals. No lawsuits. No enemies. According to analysts, this made his wealth last decades. Generations, not years. And here comes the twist. His poverty was not sacrifice. It was designed. This brings us to the most shocking discovery of all. The biggest reveal changes everything. He did not reject luxury because he hated it. He rejected it because it weakens ownership. Luxury creates dependency. Dependency creates loss of freedom. He wanted full freedom. Freedom to move money silently. Freedom to wait. Freedom to say no. According to sources close to his philosophy, he believed attention was the most expensive cost. Once you are seen, you are controlled. Governments watch. Markets react. People expect. By staying invisible, he stayed free. This reframes the entire story. This was not poverty. This was strategy. A billionaire choosing invisibility in a world addicted to visibility. His one-room life was not small. It was powerful. So, what does all this mean for us today? This story matters more than ever. Young people are pressured to show success early. Cars, trips, lifestyle. But this story teaches a different rule. Visibility costs freedom. You do not need to live poor. But you need to live intentional. The lesson is not about copying his life. It is about copying his thinking. Focus on ownership.
Cheers,
Reduce unnecessary noise. Build systems before status in the short term. Simple living reduces stress in the long term. It increases control. This applies to money. To careers. To life. Before we wrap up, there's one final thing you need to know. The final twist is emotional. Near the end of his life, he reportedly said nothing publicly. No interviews. No speeches. But his actions spoke loudly. He proved that wealth does not need display. The richest life can look ordinary. He closed the loop he opened decades ago. By staying invisible until the end. This brings us back to the opening question. Why would a billionaire choose poverty? Because power is quiet. And the quietest people often control the most. If this opened your eyes. Let's recap quickly. A billionaire lived in one room. Not from weakness, but from strategy. He avoided luxury to protect freedom. He stayed invisible to stay powerful. He focused on systems, not status. This story challenges everything we are taught. If you enjoyed this, support the channel. Subscribe for deep stories like this. Watch the next video about hidden wealth families. Now, I want to hear from you. Would you trade luxury for freedom? Comment below.